Hello and welcome to Untold Africa, where we delve into the rich and often overlooked histories of the African continent. Today we embark on a journey to Guinea Bissau, a small but mighty nation on the west coast of Africa. Our focus will be on the colonial history of Guinea Bissau and its struggle for independence, viewed through the lens of class analysis. We will highlight the pivotal roles played by women, youths, and ordinary people in shaping the destiny of this remarkable country. Our story begins in the late 15th century, when Portuguese explorers first arrived on the shores of what is now Guinea-Bissau. The Portuguese were drawn by the promise of gold, slaves, and other valuable resources. By the 19th century, Guinea-Bissau had become a formal colony of Portugal, a status that would last for several centuries. The colonial period was marked by severe exploitation and oppression. The Portuguese established a feudal-like system where a small European elite controlled the land and resources, while the African majority was subjected to forced labor and heavy taxation. This created a stark class divide, with the European colonizers at the top and the African population at the bottom. Despite the harsh conditions, the spirit of resistance among the people of Guinea-Bissau never wavered. Ordinary people, including farmers, fishermen, and laborers, began to organize against colonial rule. One of the earliest forms of resistance was through cultural preservation. Traditional African customs, languages, and religions were maintained and passed down through generations, serving as a silent but powerful act of defiance. Women played a crucial role in this resistance. They were often the keepers of cultural knowledge and traditions. Through storytelling, music, and dance, women ensured that the history and identity of their people were not erased by colonialism. They also took on the responsibility of sustaining their families and communities, often working in the fields and markets to provide food and income. As the 20th century progressed, the winds of change began to blow across Africa. The ideals of nationalism and self-determination spread like wildfire, inspiring a new generation of Guinea-Bissauans to fight for their freedom. Among them was Amilcar Cabral, a brilliant intellectual and revolutionary leader who founded the African Party for the Independence of Guinea and Cape Verde, PAIGE, in 1956. Cabral understood the importance of class analysis in the struggle for independence. He recognized that the colonial system was designed to benefit the European elite at the expense of the African masses. Under his leadership, the PAIGC sought to unite people from all walks of life, from rural peasants to urban workers, in a common struggle against colonialism. The youth of Guinea-Bissau were instrumental in the fight for independence. Many young people joined the PAIGC, inspired by Cabral's vision of a free and just society. They participated in protests, distributed propaganda, and even took up arms against the colonial forces. One of the most significant contributions of the youth was their involvement in the education campaign launched by the PAIGC. The party established schools in liberated areas where young people could learn about their history, culture, and the principles of the revolution. This education was not just academic, it was also a form of political and social empowerment. Women continued to play a vital role in the struggle for independence. They were not just supporters, but active participants in the revolution. Women joined the PAIGC in large numbers, serving as soldiers, nurses, and teachers. They also took on leadership roles within the party, challenging traditional gender norms and proving that they were just as capable as men in the fight for freedom. One notable figure is Carmen Pereira, who became one of the most prominent leaders of the PAIGIS. She was instrumental in mobilizing women and ensuring that their voices were heard in the struggle for independence. Pereira's efforts helped to create a more inclusive and egalitarian movement, one that recognized the importance of gender equality in the fight against colonialism. The struggle for independence was not just a political and social movement, it was also a military campaign. In 1963, the PAIGC launched an armed struggle against the Portuguese colonial forces. This marked the beginning of a long and brutal war that would last for over a decade. The guerrilla warfare tactics employed by the PAIGC were highly effective. They relied on the support of the local population, who provided food, shelter, and intelligence to the fighters. The PAIGC also established liberated zones where they could govern and provide services to the people, demonstrating the viability of an independent Guinea-Bissau. Throughout the struggle, ordinary people continued to play a crucial role. Farmers, fishermen, and laborers provided the backbone of the resistance, supplying food and other resources to the fighters. They also participated in acts of civil disobedience, such as boycotts and strikes, which disrupted the colonial economy and weakened the Portuguese hold on the country. The support of the local population was essential to the success of the PIGC. Without their assistance, the guerrilla fighters would have been unable to sustain their campaign. This highlights the importance of class solidarity in the struggle for independence. The PAIGC understood that the revolution could only succeed if it had the support of the masses. After years of struggle, the PAIGC finally achieved a major victory in 1973, when it declared the independence of Guinea-Bissau. This was followed by international recognition and the withdrawal of Portuguese forces. However, the road to independence was not without its challenges. The newly independent nation faced numerous obstacles, including economic underdevelopment, political instability, and social inequality. The legacy of colonialism had left deep scars, and the task of building a new society was daunting. Nevertheless, the people of Guinea-Bissau remained resilient and determined to create a better future for themselves and their children. The struggle for independence in Guinea-Bissau is a testament to the power of class analysis and the importance of unity among the oppressed. It shows that when organized and determined, ordinary people can overcome even the most formidable obstacles. The role of women, youths, and ordinary people in the struggle for independence is a reminder that history is not just made by great leaders, but by the collective efforts of countless individuals. Their contributions, often overlooked and undervalued, were essential to the success of the revolution. As we reflect on the history of Guinea-Bissau, we are reminded of the ongoing struggles for justice and equality around the world. The lessons of the Guinea-Bissauan revolution are as relevant today as they were during the colonial era. The importance of class analysis in understanding and challenging systems of oppression cannot be overstated. By recognizing the interconnectedness of race, class, and gender, we can build more inclusive and effective movements for social change. The story of Guinea-Bissau is a story of resilience, determination, and the power of the people. It is a story that deserves to be told and remembered, not just in Africa, but around the world. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the colonial history of Guinea-Bissau and its struggle for independence. We hope that you have found this exploration both engaging and enlightening. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to Untold Africa for more stories from the continent. Until next time, keep exploring and learning about the rich and diverse histories of Africa